7. Variants of Roy Bean's sentence. Judge Parker's sentence. In early trail days, when Oklahoma was known as Indian Territory, a certain federal judge, one Parker, was known for the severity of his decisions. In a cow camp brawl of the passing trail herd, a Mexican cook shot and killed a cowboy with a dispute over a game of cards. Friends of the dead cowboy wanted to lynch the cook at once, but one of their number, the trail herd boss, persuaded them to wait until he had seen Judge Parker about the matter. It is related that he and the judge had several drinks together the next day in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and that the judge readily agreed to pass sentence of death upon the Mexican, according to the ideas of the trail herder. Plenty of oratory was asked for along the sentence in order to make the proceedings entirely legal and proper. This is Judge Parker's sentence. Jose Manuel Miguel Xavier Gonzalez. In a few months it will be spring. Snow of winter will flee away. The ice will vanish and the air will become soft and balmy. In short, Jose Manuel Miguel Xavier Gonzalez, the annual miracle of the year's awakening will come to pass. But you won't be there. The rivulet will run its purling course to the sea. The timid desert flowers will put forth their tender shoots. The glorious valleys of the imperial domain will blossom as the rose. Still, you won't be here. From every treetop some wildwood songer will carol his mating song. Butterflies will sport in the sunshine. The busy bee will hum happily as it pursues its accustomed vocation, and gentle breezes will tease the tassels of the wild grasses and all nature. Jose Manuel Miguel Xavier Gonzalez will be glad, but you won't be here to enjoy it. For I command the sheriff or some other officer or officers of this country to lead you out to some remote spot, swing you up by the neck to a nodding bough of some sturdy oak, and there let you hang until you are dead, dead, dead. And then Jose Manuel Miguel Xavier Gonzalez command further that such officers or officers retire quietly from your swinging, dangling corpse, that the vultures may descend from the heavens upon your filthy body and pick the putrid flesh therefore, till nothing remain but the bare, bleached bones of a cold-blooded, copper-colored, bloodthirsty, show-eating, guilty, sheep-herding Mexican son of a bitch. Judge Benedict's sentence. The most distinguished of the jurists who made Santa Fe the headquarters was Kirby Benedict. He was appointed Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of New Mexico by Franklin Pierce in 1853. He was a native of the state of Connecticut, born in 1811. All of his adult life, up to the time of his appointment to the New Mexico judgeship, was spent in Illinois, where he was a distinguished member of the bar and a close friend of Stephen A. Douglas and Abraham Lincoln. He was a man of much more than ordinary ability. Literary pursuits had a charm for him, and his characteristic was a lasting memorial to some of his judicial opinions, which assumed the form of essays, and are to be found in Volume 1 of the Reports of the Supreme Court of New Mexico. It was in Taos that he delivered the famous sentence of death, with which he probably survived all the more elaborate utterances and writings. It is so characteristic that it should be preserved, and repeated as a member of the bar present at the time it was given. Jose Maria Martin had been convicted of murder in the District Court of Taos, the crime having been shown to be of very aggravated nature and without provocation. The judge evidently concurred in the verdict as fully as if he had been a member of the jury. When the time for sentence was arrived, the prisoner was brought before Judge Benedict, who addressed him as follows. Jose Maria Martin, stand up. Jose Maria Martin, you have been indicted, tried, and convicted by a jury of your countrymen of this crime of murder, and the court is now about to pass upon you the dread sentence of the law. As a usual thing, Jose Maria Martin, it is a painful duty for the judge of courts of justice to pronounce upon a human being the sentence of death. There is something horrible about it, and the state of the court naturally revolts at the performance of such a duty. Happily, however, your case is relieved of all such unpleasant features, and the court takes positive pleasure in sentencing you to death. You are a young man, Jose Maria Martin, apparently of good physical condition and robust health. Ordinarily, you might have looked forward to many years of life, and the court has no doubt you have, and have expected to die at a green old age, but you are about to be cut off in consequence of your own acts. Jose Maria Martin, it is now the springtime. In a little while the grass will be springing up green in these beautiful valleys, and on these broad mesas and mountainsides flowers will be blooming, birds will be singing their sweet carols, and nature will be putting on her most gorgeous and her most attractive robes, and life will be pleasant and men will want to stay. But none of this for you. Jose Maria Martin, the flowers will not bloom for you. Jose Maria Martin, the birds will not carol for you. Jose Maria Martin, when these things come to gladden the senses of men, you will be occupying a space about 6 feet by 2 beneath the sod, and the green grass and those beautiful flowers will be growing above your lowly head. The sentence of this court is that you will be taken from this place to the county jail, that you will be kept there safely, securely confined, in the custody of the sheriff, until the day appointed for your execution. Be very careful, Mr. Sheriff, that we have no opportunity to escape, and that you have kept him in the appointed place at the appointed time. That you be so kept, Jose Maria Martin, until Mr. Clerk, on what day is the month? This Friday, about 2 weeks at this time come. March 22nd, Your Honor. Until Friday, this 22nd of March, when you will be taken by the sheriff from your place of confinement to some safe and convenient spot within the county that is in your direction, Mr. Sheriff, as you are confined to the limits of this county, and that you will be hanged by the neck until you are dead. And the court was about to add, Jose Maria Martin, may God have mercy on your soul. But the court will not assume the responsibility of asking an all-wise providence to do that which a jury of your peers has refused to do. The Lord couldn't have mercy on your soul. However, if you affect any religious belief, and are you connected to any ritual organization, it might be well for you to send for your priest or your minister, and get from him, well, such consolation as you can find. But the court advises you to place no reliance upon anything of that kind. Mr. Sheriff, remove the prisoner.